Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Javi. I am a wedding videographer and photographer, and today we're going to talk about 3 tips to help you manage your creative business. So let's go ahead with the intro. Tip number one. Tip number one is being able to have a calendar in place or some type of thing that you can use to keep yourself accountable with your time. So for example, I like to work from anywhere from 8:30 a.m. all the way till 4:30 p.m. And those are usually the time frames that I like to work, that I'm good, I'm focused, and just allows me to be efficient with my time. Now, what I do is I break it up in hour blocks. So for example, 1 hour, the first hour I like to use from 8:30 to 9:30 is planning for my business. Follow up with any leads that I do have, follow up with any tasks that I need complete that's administrative type of work, whether it's look at my QuickBooks and start categorizing things in bookkeeping, following up with clients and sending some emails, or looking at my workflow and see, all right, what's next for this client that I need to do? And then I start planning out my day from that planning session. Then afterwards I start, all right, what's the next thing I gotta do? Or I need to do some editing for this project. So I usually like to break up my editing within an hour and a half. So let's say from 9:30 all the way till 10:45 is gonna be around that time-ish per se, but I'm gonna be editing, let's say, a wedding. I'll start one wedding. Let's say, for example, it's Lindsay and Trevor. I'm gonna start editing their wedding here for photos for this whole hour and a half. I'm gonna take a 15-minute break, need to refresh, walk out the room, and then afterwards I'll come back and I'll start editing some video, and then take another 15 and go back to photos or another session if I have. Sometimes I have 3 or 4 weddings a month that I'm editing through them, so I go from there. But normally, that's how normally I like to structure and break it up, so I can have some break and then take a lunch. Usually a lunch is like an hour lunch, and kind of go from there. So that's tip number one, is having a calendar to be able to manage your time, break up your times in between projects. So tip number one, get a calendar. Tip number two. I think tip number two can apply in just about anything in your life, because if you need money, you're gonna be doing this in tip number two. Tip number two is look at your bank account every single day. Look how much money you have so that you're always reminded about things. Nowadays, anytime we look at anything, whether it's on Amazon or on Facebook, there's tons of cookies, and these cookies are tracking you, and whatever items that you look at, it's gonna try to make you buy it. You go to a different page, maybe to a news article, and all of a sudden on the right you see an ad. So look at your bank account every single day so you know how much money you have, so you're not spending that money, you're being wise over your money. These cookies, man, they're crazy. So tip number two is know how much money you have in your bank account so that you're not tempted to buy something. And it doesn't mean even you have a big bank account with a lot of commas and zeros at the end of the number. You still want to be aware, and you still want to make sure you don't fall into the trap of just buying everything you see. It's happened before. So that's tip number two. Tip number three. Tip number three has been extremely important for me in my business. Tip number three is take an hour to study. Take an hour to learn more about your craft or about business, or about something, a subject that's gonna help you improve within your business. For me, for example, I like to read, whether it's reading about how to create layers within my business and how to find the right creatives or how to find the right people, maybe of a profession. For example, how to find the right accountant. Or if it's about learning how to edit something, how do I improve on my editing skills within Premiere, Adobe After Effects. We're all afraid to use After Effects, but it's something that I still have to learn in case one of my clients wants me to do an animation of something. So it's very important to be able to broaden your horizon on your skills and learning about a little bit different things. Take the time, put that in your calendar. Goes back to tip number one. Within your calendar, put an hour of study session, that you want to learn or improve on, because that's going to help you. If you keep doing that 5 times a day or 6 times a day, if you do it 5 times a week or 6 times a week, you're building compound interest on your scales of learning. You know, they say if you put $1 every single day for the next 10 years, you're building compound interest if you put in a certain account. So it's the same type of thing that you want to do for your learning every single day, is that dedicate an hour to learning a new skill. And if you get on YouTube, be wise, be very wise not to fall into the temptation of watching entertaining videos. Sometimes I fall into that trap, but just keeping it real with you guys. But remember, tip number 3, find something that's gonna help you improve on your skills. Well guys, if you went ahead and liked the video, please leave a big thumbs up. It's gonna help us with the algorithm, and leave a comment down below on future videos you'd like for us to make. And if you're ever struggling with color grading your Fuji X-T3 or X-T4, grade with using the F-Log, you can pick up my LUTs down below. It's gonna help you and improve your workflow, finding the right colors and the right feel and tone of look. And one of our subscribers and fellow creative went ahead and let me know how much it's helped him within his, with his things that he's doing, his projects. So it's gonna be a great investment for you guys, and you guys can pick it up down below in the link in the description. But with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.